Live Interactive English. Hello everyone, I'm Karen.
And I'm Matt. And today we're looking at our article called Inside the World of Stadium Entertainment. And today is day 2 of looking at this article.
That's right. You know, in day 1, we learned many different kind of stadium entertainment, right? When you go to like a sports game. Now today we'll be learning more. But last time you mentioned how when you go and watch a baseball game in Taiwan, it's actually very, very entertaining because maybe of the cheerleaders and the dances, right?
Yeah, there's lots of fun things to watch. There's lots of exciting stuff going on that makes the atmosphere inside the stadium worth it to go to, even if you're not that into baseball like me.
That's right, you go there just for the entertainment. But another really famous entertainment, stadium entertainment, would be the Super Bowl halftime show, right?
That's right. So Super Bowl is the biggest game for American football. It's the final game at the end of the season. And at the halftime of the game, there's a huge concert that millions of people watch. And again, they don't even need to be interested in the football because the halftime show is just so good.
Exactly. And then they would invite like really famous artists and to perform their best songs. I think maybe just around 12 to 15 minutes for their performance, but it's definitely worth it. The crowd would go wild, right?
Yeah, it's definitely worth tuning in to see, or you can even watch it online after, as I usually do, if you don't want to watch American football.
That's right. I remember a really iconic moment would be Michael Jackson performing at the halftime show, right?
That was a big one. All right, today we're going to read our article about more types of stadium entertainment, so let's take a look.
The wave, also known as the Mexican wave, is likely the most impressive stadium activity. It starts when fans in one section quickly stand and raise their arms and then sit down. Fans in the next section do the same, and so on. This movement results in a wave traveling around the stadium. Although the wave started at American sports games, it became world famous during the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. Chanting competitions are also popular. Rival fans often try to out-sing each other with songs that include creative insults toward the opposing team.
Hi there. Today we're looking at day 2 of this article, Inside the World of Stadium Entertainment.
Okay, I can't wait to learn more, so let's begin. The wave, also known as the Mexican wave, is likely the most impressive stadium activity. It starts when fans in one section quickly stand and raise their arms and then sit down. And the people will follow, right? That's actually called the wave. I've seen that before.
Yeah, have you done the wave before?
Well, just with my friends, not at a game, but yes.
With your
for
friends?
Fun.
Okay.
For fun.
All right, well, yeah, it is fun to do. Usually if you go to a hockey game in Canada, people will do the wave and you can watch it going around the arena. It really looks like a wave is moving around the arena. So it's very exciting. Okay, back to the article. Fans in the next section do the same and so on. This movement results in a wave traveling around the stadium.
Just like you were talking about before, and it looks really cool when everyone is doing
That's
it,
right? But sometimes people will try to start a wave, but other people aren't interested. So it's just like one person going, way, and then nobody else follows.
Okay, so it really depends on the crowd as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's continue. Although the wave started at American sports games, it became world famous during the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember because I don't usually watch sports games, but I do watch the World Cup. And I have seen people do the wave at the World Cup games.
Yeah, well, there's always a lot of, fan atmosphere and excitement at World Cup games because people are there to support their countries.
That's right.
So there's a lot going on, a lot of entertainment in the crowd. So we have another one. Chanting competitions are also popular.
Chanting competitions? Wow, so everyone just kind of do their own chant for their team and it's a competition. What does it mean when you say competition?
Well, a competition is something where you are trying to defeat or overcome something else in order to win something physical, something you actually get, or just to win the pride of knowing that you defeated someone or something else. In this case, I suppose the chanting competition would mean that you are trying to chant louder and maybe better than the other fans that are in the stadium, the fans of the other team, that is. So you and your team's fans are out chanting them.
Okay.
So an example sentence, Kurt has been training for a swimming competition.
Well, how about let's go over to Hanny first and we will be right back.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 今天要继续介绍体育场的其他娱乐活动。或许最令人印象深刻的体育场活动就是波浪舞，又称为墨西哥人浪。那某个区域的球迷就会先开始迅速的起身，举起他们双臂，然后再坐下。下一区的球迷就会做同样的动作，然后以此类推。那结果这个动作就会形成一道传遍整个体育场的波浪。Matt 老师提到说，在加拿大的曲棍球比赛，也可以看到人们在体育馆里面玩波浪舞。老师说的 hockey 就是指曲棍球，还有提到 arena 这个字 A-R-E-N-A 这个名词，它可以指竞技场，像体育比赛或表演用的竞技场、体育场。好，那下一个要介绍的是呼喊口号比赛，这也很受欢迎。好，那么 chant 这个动词，它就表示反复的呼喊、反复呼喊口号，或是有吟唱的意思。competition 则是名词，表示比赛、竞赛。那这话课文中。
Thank you, Hanny. And now we are back. Okay, so we're talking about the chanting competitions became very popular, right? So people who are supporting a team, they will start a chant. And then what happens next? Rival fans often try to out-sing each other with songs that include creative insults toward the opposing team. Okay, so this is, I guess, how you determine who wins or who loses because they have to think of, like some creative ways to out-sing the other side. So what does it mean by creative? That's an adjective. Creative means able to think of or make new or interesting things. For example, a child who draws a unique picture from their imagination or builds a fantastic castle out of blocks is being creative. So you're trying to use your imagination to think of something new and something unique. An example sentence would be, my best friend always gives such creative gifts. So not like other people, but my best friend always tries to think of new ways and new ideas.
And we're talking here about creative insults. So an insult is something that is said or done that causes a feeling of disrespect in the person it is done to.
So not very nice.
Yeah, so something mean or rude that you say to someone would be considered an insult, especially if you're talking about maybe the way they look or the way they are in any negative way. So an example sentence, June apologized after realizing her joke was an insult.
Yes, usually will result in hurt feelings, right? Okay, and we're also looking at this word here, to oppose, and that is a verb. To oppose means to disagree with or stand against something or someone. Or in this case, we're playing against another team, the opposing team. Okay, an example sentence would be, these two teams will oppose each other in the final match. That means that they will play against each other in the final match, the final game. Okay, well, how about let's go over to Hanny one more time and we will be right back.
刚刚说呼喊口号比赛也很受欢迎，那对立的球迷经常会唱着有创意、嘲讽对手的歌曲来彼此比拼、比输赢这样。那么单字 creative 它就是形容词，形容有创意的、有创造力的。insult 在这边当名词，表示侮辱、辱骂。Matt 老师在解释单字时用到 disrespect。在 respect 前面加上 dis， 那这个名词是表达不尊敬的意思。下一个单字 oppose 动词表示对抗、反对。文中用 opposing 是用它的现在分词来当形容词，描述对抗的、对手的。再来看补充单字 rival， 它是形容竞争的、对抗的。那么 outsing 这个动词则表示唱得比什么更好、更响亮或是更久。那注意它就是由表达超越胜过的这个 out 加上 sing 歌唱所组成的。那我们接着回到课文中。
Thank you, Hanny. Wow, we learned a lot of interesting things about the stadium entertainment in our article today, right?
Yeah, we learned 2 more exciting ways that fans can get involved in the stadium. First being doing the wave or the Mexican wave, which is something that fans can do and create, entertainment for themselves, really.
That's right. And also, the chanting competition as well, right? Okay, these are certainly very interesting to watch when you're at a sports game. How about let's go to the second part of our article and we will be right back.
This is especially common among soccer fans in the UK. Chanting can build team spirit among supporters as well as encourage players. Similarly, baseball games in Taiwan feel like a mix of a party, a concert, and a sporting event. Fans sing team songs while colorful cheer squads lead the crowd and keep energy high throughout the game. These activities show that going to live events can be about more than just the main action. They allow viewers to become part of the event and create shared experiences to remember long after the main event is over.
Welcome back, everyone. So in the first part of our article today, we learned about the Mexican wave and also the chanting competition that will be happening inside the stadium, right? Okay, so what other things are we going to learn about right now?
Okay, well, we're still talking about the chanting, and we're going to learn a little bit more about that.
Okay.
This is especially common among soccer fans in the UK. Chanting can build team spirit among supporters as well as encourage players.
Oh, okay. So that's why people chant, right? Is to encourage the players so that maybe after hearing the chant, they will feel like, okay, I got my supporters, people supporting me. I'm going to work really, really hard and try to win.
Yeah, and sometimes it's to insult or put down the players on the other team.
That's right. Okay, so similarly, baseball games in Taiwan feel like a mix of a party, a concert, and a sporting event. And like you talked about before, because you have been to a baseball game in Taiwan, so it's like a baseball game and also the concert. And wow, that's a lot of entertainment.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, so it's a very fun thing to go to. Fans sing team songs while colorful cheer squads lead the crowd and keep energy high throughout the game.
That I have seen on TV before. I haven't been to one, but I see a lot of cheerleaders for each team. And then I think maybe during the break or during the game, they're always dancing and chanting and singing.
Yeah, I think Taiwan's baseball cheerleaders have become quite famous in the world because in North America, we don't usually have cheerleaders for baseball games.
For basketball games, there are.
For basketball and American football.
Oh, that's right.
But not usually for baseball. So fans think it's interesting to see how much the cheerleaders are a big part of baseball in Taiwan. So the cheerleaders are always colorful. They always have colorful outfits. Colorful is an adjective that means full of many colors and in particular bright colors. So it's not dull or faded colors. If we say something is colorful, we usually mean that it is bright. So example sentence, the market was full of all kinds of colorful fruit.
Okay, well, how about let's go over to Hanny one more time and we will be right back.
课文接着提到，呼喊口号可以增强支持者的团队精神，同时也会鼓励球员。那至于在台湾，我们的棒球比赛就像是派对、演唱会跟体育赛事的结合，球迷们会高唱着队歌，同时还有色彩缤纷的啦啦队带领着群众，让整场的比赛都保持着高昂的气氛。好，来看单字 colorful， 它是形容色彩缤纷的、丰富多彩的。那么 squad 这个表示小队小组，所以我们文中这个 cheer squad 就是啦啦队。这时候 Karen 老师她有提到 cheerleader， 那就表示啦啦队员。好，这边还有2个重点。第一个是 as well as 的用法，它可以当连接词来连接词性相同的字词，表达以及还有什么什么。例如 Carrie is smart as well as beautiful。Carrie 聪明又漂亮。那再来 as well as 还可以当介系词，后面要接名词或动名词，这时候它就相当于 in addition to， 是表达除了点点点之外还怎么样。举例来说 as well as being a chef, he's also a famous YouTuber。 他除了是一名主厨，还是一位知名的 YouTuber。第二个介绍 feel 当连缀动词，可以表达事物感觉像什么，或是人感觉得怎么样。我们以下介绍2个常见句型，一个是 feel 加上形容词，例如 The pillow feels soft， 这个枕头摸起来很柔软，感觉起来很柔软。第二个句型是 feel like 加名词，例如 He feels like the happiest person in the world， 他感觉自己像是世界上最快乐的人了。好，那接华课文中。
Thank you, Hanny. Let's continue with our article. These activities show that going to live events can be about more than just the main action, right? It's more than just a sports game. I think it was, like making me want to go, and I'm not a sports fan.
And some games are boring. So sometimes you need a little more just to keep you entertained.
That's right.
They allow viewers to become part of the event and create shared experiences to remember long after the main event is over.
That is definitely true. After learning about all different kind of stadium entertainment, I definitely believe that, the concert, the singers, performances, cheerleaders, the chanting, the wave, everything all together makes it, like a very enjoyable experience.
All right, well, let's go to Hanny now.
课文最后提到，这些活动显示，参加现场活动不光是在于主要赛事本身，他们让观众成为活动的一部分。那在主要活动结束之后，都还能带给大家美好的共同体验、共同的回忆。那我们接着课文中。
Thank you, Hanny, and now we are back. So, Matt, we do have a what do you think question. So let me ask you, do you think activities like these are important for sports games? Like the stadium entertainment that we learned about in these 2 days?
Well, I think that these kinds of activities are important, especially things like the chanting and the actions like doing waves that the crowd can do on their own just to add to the environment of the game. I think maybe less important are like the kiss cam or the t-shirt cannon. I think that you only need those if it's a very boring game.
Well, I guess it's always fun to get free stuff, right? But I personally think that it is important, then it would attract people like me to go and watch the sports games too, right? And maybe I would, enjoy the games and then enjoy the entertainment at the same time.
That's right. Okay, well, that is all the time we have for today. I need to go catch a baseball game. So let's review the article again, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
The wave, also known as the Mexican wave, is likely the most impressive stadium activity. It starts when fans in one section quickly stand and raise their arms and then sit down. Fans in the next section do the same, and so on. This movement results in a wave traveling around the stadium. Although the wave started at American sports games, it became world famous during the 1986 World Cup in Mexico. Chanting competitions are also popular. Rival fans often try to out-sing each other with songs that include creative insults toward the opposing team. This is especially common among soccer fans in the UK. Chanting can build team spirit among supporters, as well as encourage players. Similarly, baseball games in Taiwan feel like a mix of a party, a concert, and a sporting event. Fans sing team songs while colorful cheer squads lead the crowd and keep energy high throughout the game. These activities show that going to live events can be about more than just the main action. They allow viewers to become part of the event and create shared experiences to remember long after the main event is over.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字文法。单字的部分有 competition 名词，表示比赛、竞赛 ；creative 形容词，表示有创意的、有创造力的 ；insult 名词，表示侮辱、辱骂。Oppose 动词表示对抗、反对 ，colorful 是形容色彩缤纷的、丰富多彩的。文法的部分，我们第一个学到 as well as 的用法。那首先它可以当连接词，连接词性相同的字词，这时候是表达以及还有。它也可以当介系词，后面要接名词或动名词，这时候相当于 in addition to， 表达说除了点点点之外还怎么样。好，那第二个学到 feel 当连缀动词，它可以指事物感觉像什么，人感觉觉得怎么样。我们学到两个句型，一个是 feel 加形容词，一个是 feel like 加名词。好，以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Welcome to Which One Fits, the game where we tackle confusing English words.
I'm so ready for this one.
Today, we're going to sort out the difference between compliment and complement.
But before we dive in, let's go over how the game works.
In Which One Fits, we'll read a sentence with a blank, and you have to choose between compliment and complement.
So join us and challenge your English intuition.
All right, first sentence. She gave me such a lovely blank about my new dress. Which one fits?
I'm going with compliment, with the I.
Correct. Compliment means praise or something nice you say about someone. Now let's try another one. The red scarf is the perfect blank to your outfit. Which one fits?
Easy. Compliment with an E.
Correct again. Compliment refers to something that completes or enhances another thing. You're on fire today.
Yay!
All right, time for the real breakdown.
It's simple. Compliment is a noun or verb meaning praise or a nice remark. For example, she gave me a nice compliment about my haircuts.
Yes, a compliment is something nice you say to someone, like, I love your shoes.
Aw, thank you. Compliment, with an E, on the other hand, is a verb that refers to something that completes or pairs well with something else. For example, the wine complements the cheese perfectly.
It's like two things that go really well together, enhancing each other.
So remember, compliment is praise and compliment is something that completes or enhances.
It's easy once you know the difference.
Now, here's the fun part. Sometimes both words can appear in the same sentence. The chef received many compliments on his dessert, which was the perfect compliment to the main course.
Wow, both in one sentence? Compliment and compliment.
Exactly. Now you'll never mix them up again.
Until next time, stay curious.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.